Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Staring At for Dragonball Super episode 111. I'm a little bit sauced, and this episode was trash. That's really all we can.
Quite the dumpster fire. Like,
it's a very, very big dumpster fire. Holy shit! So we're gonna do this one as kind of like a shoutcast because nothing really happened, and it didn't really feel like something I just wanted to talk about to a screen, and I wanted to get what Gabe and Dark thought about it as well, because holy fuck, this episode was so bad. Holy shit.
I'm calling bullshit.
It was 22 minutes of jacking off Jiren.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't even a good hand job either. It was one of those ones
No,
you get in
like
an alley after prom. It was just...
Yeah, it's one of those sloppy hand jobs that you regret later because you punched a hole in time.
Yeah.
Because that's actually what happened. So most of this episode was Hit versus Jiren, and from a concept, this fight should have been super cool. Am I wrong in that?
No, it should have been.
It should have been a great fight.
Like a guy who's like stronger than Goku versus a guy that can control time.
And also,
like that should have been the most balanced fucking matchup possible. But
the way that they just did it,
that should have been hyped up as much as the Goku versus Jiren fight, but it wasn't. Because
Hit is arguably stronger than Goku, because, like, if you think about, like, in JoJo terms, right? Post Phantom Blood Dio, when he puts his head on Jonathan's body, he is weaker than he is in Phantom Blood, because he can't use 90% of his vampire powers. Like, and the world is just a shittier version of Star Platinum, except it can stop time. And the fact that it can stop time makes it immediately better than everything, simply because of the fact that stopping time is extremely freaking powerful. But they took that concept and they just Goku'd it, and they made it so that Jiren can just punch time.
Yeah.
That's not literally, but it's essentially what the Kaioshin of Universe 6 said. He said, Jiren is so strong that not even time can stop him.
Something like that. And I would like to point out, when Goku did it, he actually had some kind of thought put behind how he ended up beating the time skip, whereas Jiren genuinely just overpowers it.
He just brute forces it, yeah.
I mean, Newton got nothing on Jiren.
I mean, to be fair, Goku had to do a Kaioken Kamehameha at Hit in order to break the time.
Not the second time.
Yeah, the second time.
No, second time he used Ki Sense to figure out where he was, but Jiren... It's unclear if Jiren can do that. We don't know the level of what Jiren can and cannot do.
He can do everything, let's be honest here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if the plot requires he do it, then Jiren can fucking do it. So, let's talk a little bit about what we liked about the episode, shall we?
That would be
if anything. I mean,
we got to
we're 3 minutes in, so
okay.
Let's say something positive.
We got to learn more about Hit's powers and how they work. I liked that.
And what he's been learning since the last fight we saw him with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like so I really do like that Hit's powers, they evolve in a linear fashion, in that it makes sense how he learns them. So, like, when we first see him, all he can really do is stop time, right? And law of conservation of mass says that energy cannot be destroyed, it just goes somewhere else. So then next time we see him, we learn that he's managed to take that energy, instead of just dispersing it in the time skip, he then stores it and uses it to protect himself in another dimension. Bringing that meme back from the dead. And then this time when we see him, he not only has all of these abilities just gained so much more strength and potency, but now he can trap other people in another dimension. And I really like that. I do like how how Hit's powers seem to just accelerate and grow in like this way that makes sense, in a way that really no other character in Dragon Ball that I can think of has really done. Goku's power acquisition has just kind of been sloppy and haphazard since all the way back in Z. He went from punches and kicks and a Nimbus to a Nimbus cloud that really came from nowhere because he he managed to tackle a cat, and then he learned how to shoot lasers from his feet. There's just really no rhyme or reason there. But this Hit's progression makes sense. And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hit's progression is like a very good and evolved character. Like ever since he was shown in Universe 6, I very much liked it. I very much really liked it. I remember the fact that a lot of people was like, "Oh, Hit's like the Universe 6 of Cell." It's like, kind of, but not necessarily. He's more better.
I wouldn't say Cell. I'd say he really doesn't have a... I mean, if I had to stress a connection to someone, I would probably say Ten Shinhan, as dumb as that is, because because when Ten Shinhan first showed up, he was an assassin. He wanted to be like Mercenary Tao, if you remember, right?
Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
And over time, he got... Did he beat Goku, or did he get beaten by Goku at the World Martial Arts? I forget.
I think he got beat.
I think he beat Goku. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But then after that fight, they start being friends.
God, I just screwed up so bad. Okay, so my dog started barking, so I muted my mic. But, so I just said that, he beat Goku the first time, and the second time in the World Martial Arts, he lost to him.
Okay. But like, the progression is kind of similar, except that Hit is a better character than Ten Shinhan.
Yeah.
It feels like he's just like a do-over of Tien, and I really like that, because he doesn't have a stupid fucking vampire child following around all the time.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
but back to the actual point of the episode, which was just sucking off Hit for 22 minutes. Or, not Hit.
No, we want
Jiren.
to talk about the
Second
good
of Jiren,
parts.
yeah.
We want to talk good parts.
I mean, that was the good part.
Yeah.
We just finished the good part. Hits fucking powers. Power evolution. That's the only good part of this fucking episode.
And then the rest was just Jiren, and Jiren.
Yeah, like it's literally like he fights with Jiren, and he keeps using time skip and time skip and time skip and time skip and time skip. Just even to the point where it's like everyone is saying, "Stop using time skip. He knows how it works. Use something else." And you have this moment of, why is Hit fighting like an idiot? And why is the show calling him out for fighting like an idiot? Because he actually is using everything that we knew he knew how to do up to that point. And I thought that was kind of dumb, but the payoff of when he showcases his new power, I think that was actually a decent moment.
Yeah, that was
until Jiren ruined it.
The thing that I hate, though, is the way the writing ends up working. Like, in my opinion, maybe the Hit thing should have come before the Goku versus Jiren thing. Or, to be honest, they should have not sucked off Jiren so hard before the tournament, too. Just because of the fact that coming into the tournament, you already knew that he was going to be the one fighting Goku. So, anyone that fights him before that is basically irrelevant, because you know that
they're gonna job.
You know they're gonna lose, because that's Goku's job. And that...
Yeah, and then Goku jobs to him.
Yeah, and so you're just like, Goku's just gonna have to fight him again, so it doesn't matter who fights him next.
Yeah,
he's going to lose.
And speaking of that, like the bit at the start where Frieza has his moment of, "Hey, don't fucking die. I've also paid you back for that energy you gave me on Namek. Toodaloo." That was kind of neat. It was like a 5-second thing, but it was kind of neat.
Yeah.
That's really...
Could agree on that one.
Yeah, so I mean, but beyond that, like, the rest of this was just Hit beating getting the shit beaten out of him by Jiren, and just the Gods of Destruction sucking off Jiren. That's really all it was.
Sounds about right. Which pisses me off beyond belief, because...
So, and the fact that Jiren managed to punch his way out of the other dimension. What the fuck? Why? Like, he literally punched his way through time.
And then the Gods of Destruction just stating he's above time itself. It's like, no.
He is above time. Like, I'm sorry, like, there comes a point where the power scaling doesn't make sense.
And Jiren.
Yeah,
Yeah, and sorry, go
I
ahead.
mean, it begs the question of what are they gonna do next?
Yeah, like after Jiren, like unless Jiren wins, like is that the twist they're going to go for? Is Jiren going to win and then use the Super Dragon Balls to wish everyone back? Like, is that going to be the upset? Because one, that would feel really fucking cheap. Because then Jiren as the antagonist just gets pushed back another arc. And two, it's not gonna go over well in Japan. Like, now bear in mind, like, I know from all the Japanese games I played that the Japanese love being blue balled more than anything. But there's a level of blue balling where your balls just fall off. And I don't think they'll like that.
Yeah. It's like from like everything that I've seen, it's like I haven't seen like one thing that's in like the fans are liking Jiren. Like I haven't seen anything like that. It's like
no, like Jiren is. I think Jiren might be just unpopular in Japan. Hang on, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna do some research real quick.
all right.
What else is there to talk about, though?
What? Yeah.
Like,
what else?
How is okay? Now that we know that Jiren is stronger than some of the gods and is basically on the same level as, say, Beerus, who's like, from what they've shown, one of the stronger gods of destruction. Like, I thought the whole, like, point of this show was seeing Goku and Vegeta get up to Beerus's level. So, what comes after they get up to Beerus's level? Are they gonna start training to fucking beat Whis or whatever? Like,
I think the fact that they set it up so that Universe 7 is, like, second to last worst, I think then it's like you fight your way up through the universes, maybe?
okay, first of all, I that line was so stupid. Because so far in the tournament, we haven't seen that Universe 7 is the weakest. In fact, they seem to be at least the second strongest universe. So,
yeah, like, one would think.
and yet they're somehow the second weakest, even though they're the only people that have or I guess the only people besides Universe 6 that have contenders that can go up against the Pride Troopers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, though I think it might be because their gods of destruction are lazy, because it's not like power level, it's mortal level, so I think it's like with the Universe 7 only has 26 inhabited planets.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and it was like it would make sense. You got like unexperienced like Kaioshin that doesn't know anything how to do. Then you got a lazy god of destruction that just lets a tyrant destroy everything.
Yeah, and then Universe 6, you have both Champa and the Kaioshin being fat, lazy pieces of shit.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I really hated that there were only 26 inhabited planets. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like the fucking algorithm people that was the scientists used to determine how many potential alien species are in our universe alone, or not even our universe, our galaxy, Milky Way. Like the number is so high to the point where scientific notation has no meaning on it anymore. Also, by the way, I just looked it up. Yeah, Japan hates Jiren. Like, yeah, Japan fucking hates Jiren. Like, the Goku v Jiren fight, it has the lowest ratings of any Dragon Ball Super episode, and even Dragon Ball Z.
So they just really hate him. Okay.
Yeah, like from what I can tell, people just fucking turned it off and went to watch a different show.
They rewatched the shitty ass One Piece thing from last week.
I bet they just went and rewatched One Piece. Yeah,
like all of One Piece. Like I would rather do that. I would rather torture myself with the days upon days of rewatching One Piece.
No. You know what the Japanese did as well? What they would rather do? They went and watched the 4Kids dub of the first episode of One Piece. Yo, dreamin'. Don't give it up, Luffy.
Please don't
give it up, Zolo. What? Zolo.
Yeah.
Zolo. I would like to point out, he's named after Zoro.
Yeah, I know he is.
The American.
It's Japan. It's Japan. L's and R's, bro. But yeah,
it's both
so the Japanese hate
stupid.
Jiren. So the Japanese hate Jiren. The fucking Americans hate Jiren. We hate Jiren. Like,
why did Toriyama even create someone as Jiren?
Toriyama isn't in the lead, dude. Toriyama just fucking said, okay, here's some characters, here's some events that need to happen. I'm gonna go to my fucking bitch mansion and get my dick sucked. You guys do what you want. Like, literally, the people writing this are Toei and Toyotaro, who, honestly, once the manga reaches this part, I kind of want to read it, because Toyotaro is a much better writer than Toei. He's a fucking fan artist.
I would have to... Like, some of the stuff that Toyotaro has done, it's like, no.
Fucking dude, the Universe 6 tournament was 10 times better.
Yeah, it was. It actually had stakes, and because of the fact that...
Yeah.
The stakes are way too high in this tournament. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, like Toyotaro keeps the stakes decently low. Of course they're like as low as Toriyama will let them be, because he still has a little bit of creative control, saying this needs to be like the general trajectory of what happens, but what happens between these big points is up to you. Which is why the Universe 6 arc was so big. Like, Toriyama said, okay, Boo needs to drop out of the Universe 6 tournament, and Goku has to fight Hit, Vegeta has to fight Kalba. What happens between that, I don't care. And what Toyotaro did was so much more interesting than what Toei did. Like, Boo just fell asleep in the exam in the anime. In the manga, I'm pretty sure Boo straight up failed it.
Yeah, that
like,
makes
Boo
more
stayed
sense.
awake, he just failed. Yeah, because Boo's an idiot.
Yeah, my question, though, why was Boo dropped from the Tournament of Power? Like,
I have no
idea. I mean, writing-wise, I know that, like, he just fell asleep and...
I have no idea. I don't know where the manga is, so I don't even know if they've reached the Tournament of Power yet. Last I checked, they were still in the Goku Black arc. But that was a while ago.
They just ended the Goku Black arc. Now they're on the Tournament of Power.
Okay, so when the manga gets there, we'll have to see how they do it, or even if they get rid of Boo altogether. Like, I don't know, or maybe if they don't even bring in Boo, maybe they just go straight for Frieza.
But yeah, my point, like, Boo was trained, they, like, redesigned him and everything, and then they just throw out that redesign and the new powers that they were, like, hinting at and stuff. And it's like, why, though? Why?
Yeah, just to tug our dicks and say, oh boy, we tricked you, Frieza's coming back. Oh, jeez, Rick.
I can't see
like,
why not
dumb.
both, but whatever.
Like, honestly, why even have half the picks? Like, why have Ten Shinhan? Ten Shinhan is less relevant than Yamcha.
Yeah.
And I fucking double dare you to prove me wrong on that.
You're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong.
Like, could you imagine? Like, I was saying this when we were watching the episode like a while ago, when Vegeta's fighting the magical girls, which I guess was a decent fight until like we just see that they just cowered out because they're giant pussies. Yeah, the Maguka Yamcha girl, yeah, she rolls up and she's just throwing spirit balls and Wolfang fists everywhere. Like, that would be a perfect fight for Yamcha, because his whole thing is he's shitty at talking with girls, but he's never actually fought one. That would be a good callback to back in Dragon Ball when he was terrified of Bulma.
All I'm thinking about is, like, why are these balls so squishy?
God damn it.
God damn it.
You remember that, right? Where you like...
I do. I really don't want to, but I do.
Sorry. Okay. I'm better now. Okay.
Okay, we should probably wrap this up. Otherwise we're going to have to start cutting in post.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts?
Fuck Jiren.
Yeah, stop.
Fuck
Stop.
Jiren.
Stop.
Fuck
Just
Jiren.
kill Jiren already.
Stop jerking off Jiren, please.
Yeah, he's had enough.
And hey, everybody. So this has been Staring At for Dragon Ball Super 111. I know it's not traditional, but we just had to talk about this in like an open forum discussion. It's just this episode is just so bad, and it's so indicative of the issues with this arc. Like, the Tournament of Power arc, like, if you go back to the Staring At before, I was so hyped for this arc, and I was actually hyped for Jiren, and then we get this shit. So, I don't know what's happening. I really don't want to stop watching Dragon Ball, but if it continues to be shit, we've had, like, what, like... I guess 3 shitty episodes in a row now, if you count 109 and 110 as 2 separate episodes, which they might as well be.
Yeah, I guess it's payback, though, for the Frieza episode being so sweet.
It was actually really good. And the Roshi ones, but it's like, why do we have to have 3 shitty episodes for every 4 good ones?
Well, you see.
And they still haven't made up for the fact that the fucking entire latter half of the Goku Black arc was trash.
I have a very good explanation for it. It's Jiren's fault.
It's all
It's just Jiren's fault. Like, hashtag fuck Jiren.
Hashtag fuck Jiren, guys. Make that trend on Twitter.
Jiren. He doesn't deserve to live.
Retweet this video on Twitter with the hashtag fuck Jiren. I want to see that shit trending. I want that to show up on Toei's fucking feed somehow.
It'd be like, oh damn, we fucked this up. Oh shit.
Yeah. Fucking make it twice. Do fuck Jiren in kanji and fuck Jiren in English.
Oh dude, don't make me do that much work. Oh.
Just Google Translate,
hey, everybody. So thank you all for watching, listening, whatever we do with this. Thank you, Gab. Thank you, Dark, for fucking sticking with me on this shit. Holy dicks. And if you guys want to help us figure out how the best way to fuck Jiren, let us know down there in the comments. And if you want to help out the show or you like the show, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and share it on the social medias. As always, I am Nozavix, this is Gabe, and this is Dark. They may or may not ever come back again, or I might put them back in the basement. I don't know. And I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, I'll see you around the route.